Well, good morning. And it is a good morning in sunny Venice at 73 degrees this brisk morning for those of you that are watching us remotely. Welcome. My name is Dave Lyon, and I will be the host for our guest minister, who I will introduce to you shortly. We try to be a welcoming congregation. We work at it. Our first principle says that we respect the worth and dignity of each and every person. We welcome whoever you are, whomever you choose to love, Wherever you are on your journey, we bid you welcome. Welcome to church today. And in a welcoming manner, do we have any guests today, visitors who are brave enough to stand and tell us your name? And we need some, wait just a second here, let me get.
Steve Dunlop from Indianapolis.
Do we have any others?
We're Fred and Eleanor Smith, and we're from Vermont. And we have been guests here several times, and we really enjoy your service.
Thank you. Any other visitors? Yes.
Good morning. I'm Monica Sargent. I'm also from Vermont, from the First UU Society of Burlington.
Well, welcome. Welcome here today. Anyone else? Don't want to miss anybody. Still got visitors, guests coming in. Well, since we're doing such a welcoming, let's just take a minute right now to greet the person sitting beside you or behind you or in front of you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a friendly congregation today. Now we're moving into that part of the service that we just love, and that's called announcements. Rich Canarelli's coming up to give an announcement, and while he's on the way, I'll start the Caring and Remembrance Team meeting on Tuesday, February 28th, 1 p.m. in the sanctuary. If you'd like to help the team or are interested in what we do, you're invited to join us. Rich?
I have some sad news to share with everybody. The pledge campaign is over. I know, hold back the tears. The most happiest time of the year is over. And I know you can't wait until next year when we do it all over again, but that's one of the things we have to live with. Very seriously, realistically, we fell about $70,000 short, okay? But I don't want to talk about that because we have a board and a finance committee. They're going to work all of that out, so we're not closing the doors. What I really want to say is a very heartfelt thank you, and I mean that. I spoke with a lot of people who hadn't pledged. They called, got a lot of calls from people, and I know that whether somebody gave $10 or thousands of dollars more, I'm absolutely convinced that it was the best that they could do. Some people said, geez, Rich, I wish I could do more, but there was a death in the family. A lot of people entered nursing home care, assisted living, all kinds of reasons. And I really mean it when I say that I think everybody did the best that they can. So without taking too much time out here, which I often do, a big thank you to everybody, very much.
And we want to thank Rich. It's a thankless job, and thank you for your efforts. And now to continue with announcements. Let me get the right. Tuesday, February 28th, 1 p.m., Waters Hall, and these announcements are on your little handout today. Come join a game of Mahjong. If you are still interested, please join us as we will continue teaching as we go. Any questions? See Ellen Higdon. Ellen, you want to, there's Ellen. And then the next announcement, the social justice team presents We Still Live Here. It tells a remarkable story of cultural revival by the Wampanoag, I tried to look up the pronunciation, of southeastern Massachusetts. Their ancestors ensured the survival of the Pilgrims in New England and lived to regret it. Now they are saying loud and clear, we are still here. This will be Sunday, March 12th, 11:30, right here. Mark your calendars for Saturday, March 18th from 4 to 6 p.m. The musical quartet Passerine will be performing here in our sanctuary. I think the Leapleys are kind of leading that effort. If you have any questions, you can ask Steve or Eileen. If you're a fan of bluegrass, folk music, Americana music, you will love this concert. Passerine combines guitar, bass, violin, and dobro, which is a reverberating guitar, with strong, beautiful vocals. They sing original tunes as well as songs by Neil Young, Bob Dylan, Woody Guthrie, and the Carter Family. Tickets are $20 at the door. The event is open to the public, so invite your friends and neighbors. Blue Lotus Meditation Center is holding their annual Taste of Sri Lanka dinner on Sunday, March 26th from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Jewish congregation on Auburn Road. They've outgrown us. They've moved away from here. This is a sit-down dinner with entertainments. Tickets are $50 and are pre-sale only. They can be purchased on the Blue Lotus website, and you can contact Donna Schaefer. Is Donna here? Donna's here. With any questions you have about the dinner. That's the end of the announcements. Refreshments will be after the service on the right as you go out this end of the lanai. And we are now entering the sacred part of the service, so make sure your cell phones are silenced. Our service will begin with the prelude. Thank you, Lisa. It's quite beautiful. So I will now introduce you to our guest minister for the day. His name is the Reverend Fred Hammond. He currently serves the Manatee Unitarian Universalist Fellowship in Bradenton, Florida, as their developmental minister. Prior to this, he served congregations in Mississippi and Alabama. In 2007, he received his Master of Divinity from Meadsville Lombard Theological School in Chicago, his Master of Science in Counselor Education from Western Connecticut State University was received in 1983. He was the co-founder and talk about a social justice background. I need to read this. He was the co-founder and executive director of the Interfaith AIDS Ministry in Dansbury, Connecticut. He was the co-founder of the Druid City Pride, a nonprofit agency addressing LGBTQ+ rights in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. A co-founder of the grassroots organization Samos. That's correct. Is that how to say? Yeah. Samos? Tuscaloosa addressing immigration issues, and is a co-founder of Stronger Together, Reaching Equality Across Manatee, which the acronym is STREAM, an interfaith grassroots organization addressing justice issues in Manatee County. He writes poetry, short stories, and enjoys taking photographs of nature. One of his poems was published in the Skinner House book, The Spirit That Moves, edited by Barbara Child. So today, I truly feel we're going to be a beacon of liberal religion on Venice's Suncoast. And let's give a warm welcome to the Reverend Fred Hammond.
We need to light to see what is hidden. May the lighting of this chalice flame symbolize our willingness to receive the light along the path of love towards freedom and justice. Please join me in singing our first hymn, number 34, Though I May Speak with Bravest Fire. Please rise in body or spirit. I want to thank you for inviting me this morning, and I want to also tell you that I am excited for your ministry with the Reverend Amy Shaw. She is, I don't know her well, but her reputation says that she is a creative, dynamic minister who thinks outside of the box, So I am thrilled for you, and I am excited for the ministry that you are engaging in over these next few years with the Reverend Amy Shaw. Our opening words this morning is Psalm 15 as interpreted by Stephen Mitchell. Lord, who can be trusted with power, and who may act in your place? Those with a passion for justice, who speak the truth from their hearts, who have let go of selfish interests and grown beyond their own lives, who see the wretched as their family and the poor as their flesh and blood. They alone are impartial and worthy of the people's trust. Their compassion lights up the whole earth, and their kindness endures forever. And now I am going to invite the children to come forward to the center, and I'm going to come down to these steps. Okay, you're going to sit over there. Okay, then I have to sit like this because I'm going to show you pictures of the book, okay? So you're going to have to be able to see it. So this is a book called I Am Jazz by Jessica Herthel and Jazz Jennings. And this is one of the books, you may have been hearing that there are some books being banned in schools. This is one of them. It is a lovely story. So it's called I Am Jazz. I am jazz. For as long as I can remember, my favorite color has been pink. My second favorite color is silver, and my third favorite color is green. And I'll also show it this way too, so you all can see it. Okay. Here are some of my other favorite things: dancing, singing, backflips, drawing, soccer, swimming, makeup, and pretending I'm a pop star. Any of those your interests? Yeah? Most of all, I love mermaids. Sometimes I even wear a mermaid tail in the pool. And there she is. Okay. My best friends are Samantha and Casey. We always have fun together. We like high heels and princess gowns, or cartwheels and trampolines. But I'm not exactly like Samantha and Casey. I have a girl brain but a boy body. This is called transgender. I was born this way. When I was very little and my mom would say, "You're such a good boy," I would say, "No, Mama, good girl." At first, my family was confused. They'd always thought of me as a boy. As I got a little older, I hardly ever played with trucks or tools or superheroes, only princesses and mermaid costumes. My brothers told me this was girl stuff. I kept right on playing. My sister says I was always talking to her about my girl thoughts and my girl dreams and how one day I would be a beautiful lady. She would giggle and say, "You're a funny kid." Sometimes my parents let me wear my sister's dresses around the house, but whenever we went out, I had to put on my boy clothes again. This made me mad. Still, I never gave up trying to convince them pretending I was a boy felt like telling a lie. Then one amazing day, everything changed. Mom and Dad took me to meet a new doctor who asked me lots and lots of questions. Afterward, the doctor spoke to my parents, and I heard the word transgender for the very first time. That night at bedtime, my parents both hugged me and said, "We understand now. Be who you are. We love you no matter what." This made me smile and smile and smile. Mom and Dad told me I could start wearing girl clothes to school and growing my hair long. They even let me change my name to Jazz. Being Jazz felt much more like being me. Mom said that being Jazz would make me different from the other kids at school, but that being different is okay. What's important, she said, is that I'm happy with who I am. Being Jazz caused some other people to be confused too, like the teachers at school. At the beginning of the year, they wanted me to use the boys' bathroom and play on the boys' team in gym class, but that didn't feel normal to me at all. I was so happy when the teachers changed their minds. I can't imagine not playing on the same team as Casey and Samantha. Even today, there are kids who tease me, or call me by a boy name, or ignore me altogether. This makes me feel crummy. Then I remember that the kids who get to know me usually want to be my friend. They say I'm one of the nicest girls at school. I don't mind being different. Different is special. I think what matters most is what a person is like inside. And inside, I am happy, I am having fun, I am proud, I am Jazz. Thank you for listening, and we're going to sing the children out with the re-benediction.
It is time for our collection. This is an opportunity for you to support your church and all we do. As Reverend Amy always says, giving is a joy, and as such, it should be done in a lighthearted manner. So let's start with a story. I can't keep up with her, though. Hers are the best. A UU preacher was visiting an elderly congregant woman from the congregation for a pastoral visit. They chatted for a while, and as he sat on the couch, he notices a large bowl of peanuts on the coffee table. He says, "Mind if I have a few?" he asked. No, not at all, the woman replies. They chat for an hour or so, and as the preacher stands to leave, he realizes that instead of eating just a few peanuts, he emptied most of the bowl. Oh, he says, I'm terribly sorry for eating all of your peanuts. I really just meant to eat a few. Oh, she said, that's all right, woman says. Ever since I lost my teeth, all I can do is suck the chocolate off of them. This morning's collection will be now taken and gratefully received. Thank you for your generosity. And now Marcia and the choir, we get to enjoy. Boy, they sound good, don't they? We are entering a time now of sharing our joys and sorrows and concerns. You can raise a hand and either Pam or Marcia will bring you a microphone. Please share briefly, personally, and nonpartisanly.
Hello, my name is Fran Vanasek, and today, 40 years ago, I married my current husband. It's both been a joy and now it's a sorrow as he disappears into dementia in a nursing home. But he still knows he loves me.
I'm Tom Reeves. Just found out yesterday that a good friend, passed away. We sailed a lot, Long Island Sound, and up in New England. We went to Martha's Vineyard. We went to Nantucket Harbor. We went up to Provincetown together. We sailed all over. He'll be much missed.
My name's Eddie, and I have a celebration for my nephew JJ. He turned 10 this past week, and on an unfortunate sorrow as well, I lit a candle for Michael Wally, who passed away up in Jacksonville due to a severe motorcycle accident. So please be careful out there. Look all different ways when you're crossing through traffic. Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes, Donna's.
I have two joys this week, and unfortunately, two of them could not be here. Two of my three brothers are here with me for a while, and I am excited. One has never been here, and I've been here 7 years, so that's wonderful. And the other joy is a group of us from UCOV got together last Thursday night, and we went dancing, and we had a wonderful time at the Paradise Grill, and there was a great little band there, so it was a lot of fun, and I appreciate those of you that all got together and did this with us, so thank you.
I wasn't invited.
Make sure, I mean, it's hard to get a slot there, but we did, so that was our best, so.
Any other joys or sorrows or celebrations?
I'm Barbara Smith, and I was really happy this week. We did have a program here that was very diverse. We had a delegation from the Missionary Baptist Church. I think that's the right name of the church, the one down by the Blackburn Quarters. I can explain that later. We also had one woman here who started the Sarasota school boycott when she was in 3rd grade, and she was a hot ticket. We had a wonderful gospel singer who was nationally recognized, and she really got us all up moving. The other thing, there were a couple other things that we made this week great, but on Thursday, after 20 years, the Historical Society and the community completed the circus car, which you know was a struggle. It got into the gondolier, hasn't gotten into the Herald, but we had photographers everywhere. So congratulate yourself and go down and see it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Any celebrations, sorrows? Thank you. I'm going to light one final candle shortly for Kathy Avery, who's struggling with the anniversary of the passing of her mother. She asked me to do that. May the gratitudes and celebrations among us this day become a blessing to us all. May the concerns and sorrows of these be shared in all our hearts. A burden shared becomes a load lightened. And now our interlude.
We have a responsive reading, number 571 in our gray hymnal, Universal Ministry. Actually, it's also going to be on the screen. Maybe you can read it off the screen easily. The Spirit of God has sent me to bring good news to the oppressed, to proclaim liberty to the captives and release to the prisoners, to give them a garland instead of ashes, the mantle of praise instead of a faint heart, you shall be named ministers of our God. Isaiah 61. And I invite the choir up for another wonderful piece. In May of 1940, Alfred Van Deen went to his rabbi. He was quite agitated and expressed his concern to the rabbi The Germans had just defeated the Dutch and rolled into the Netherlands. Immediately, Hitler had ordered for the Jews to wear yellow stars and fired those who worked for the Netherlands government. Alfred wanted the rabbi to encourage the synagogue to flee the Netherlands. The rabbi told Alfred he was overreacting. Hitler would not cause them harm even as he ordered them out of their homes. The rabbi told Alfred to go home and pack a few things. The government was simply relocating them for a few weeks. Nothing to be worried about. Alfred and his sister Julia were not able to leave the Netherlands, so they and a few others decided to hide in an underground bunker. His parents were arrested by the Nazis. His mother, Sarah, was killed in the concentration camp in Westerbork, just outside of Hammond, Netherlands, on April 12, 1941. His father, Meyer, died in Auschwitz, October 8, 1942. When Alfred and Julia came out of hiding from their underground bunker in 1945, their entire family, aunts, uncles, cousins, dead. The rabbi was dead. All at the hands of the Third Reich, who believed that they were preserving traditional German values. I had the privilege of speaking with Alfred's son, Han Van Dien, about his father's harrowing tale of survival. At the time, I thought this could never happen here. But when I talk with people who support DeSantis, they too believe American values are being preserved by this vindictive, authoritarian state regime. How did it happen? One event that I hope sounds alarms for us occurred on May 10, 1933. 4 months after Hitler was appointed chancellor, Nazi-identified students publicly burned books claimed to be un-German. This occurred in 34 universities throughout Germany. Works considered un-German were prominent Jewish, liberal, and leftist writers. After the book burning, bookstores and libraries were raided to remove these un-German books. There is a narrow leap from burning books to throwing people into crematoriums. In July 2022, a governor of Florida signed into law House Bill 1467, which mandates books must be approved by a school media specialist, otherwise they are banned. The law carries with it a third-degree felony charge, up to 5 years in prison and $5,000 fine. Public libraries are already under scrutiny for the books they have for children. DeSantis has removed school board members that do not agree with his authoritarian agenda, and he has recently targeted by name other school board members that do not share his ideology. What are the books that Duval and Manatee County banned? I don't know if they've been banning in Sarasota County. I'm making an assumption that some may have been. Books about Muslim, Jewish, indigenous, Korean, and Mexican culture. Books about the civil rights movement, Japanese internment camps, and LGBTQ+ families. These books, according to the governor of Florida, do not represent American values. They are un-American, much like the books were un-German in 1933. One of the actions by DeSantis was the hostile takeover of New College with the firing of President Oker and removal of the chair of the board. he took aim at new colleges promoting values of diversity, equity, and inclusion, also known as DEI. His newly appointed board and interim president will be removing DEI from their campus. One student, in opposition to the planned removal of DEI values, stated that during President Oker's brief tenure, Jewish and Muslim students were, for the first time, able to receive kosher and halal foods at the cafeteria in recognition of their religious practice. This is what DEI looks like in practice. People of differing cultures have the ability to practice their religious beliefs publicly instead of hiding them away to assuage the majority faith's fear of being exposed to alternate cultural and religious views. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are our values. When the governor decries them, he is attacking our religious freedom to practice our faith. When he rails against Black history and queer history being taught in colleges, he is attacking our faith's desire to dismantle systemic white supremacy culture. He enforces white supremacy culture by his refusal to acknowledge that Florida is not homogeneous in race and ethnicity, class, education, and culture. DeSantis declared that Florida is where woke comes to die. An attorney for the governor in the Andrew Warren suspension trial was asked, "What does woke mean?" Andrew Warren was an attorney who stated that he did not agree with DeSantis' abortion and transgender health policies. He gave an opinion. He had not broken any law. DeSantis' attorney defined woke as the belief there are systemic injustices in America and the need to address them. I would agree with this definition of woke. Unitarians and Universalists have a long heritage of seeking to address systemic injustices in America going back hundreds of years. This congregation's mission includes pursuing justice. This work is foundational of our faith. The liberal religious community of yesteryear's Germany said and did nothing. They were like Alfred Van Dien's rabbi, "Do not worry, this will pass. This can't happen here." They were complicit with their silence. We, as part of the liberal religious community, must not remain silent. We need to be vocal. We need to let others know that we will not be complicit with this governor's attack on others' inherent worth and dignity. Write letters to the editor. Discuss strategies of how we can publicly show support to the groups that DeSantis and company want to silence and erase. Find like-minded organizations to join in their activities and actions, and do so proudly as Unitarian Universalists. Do not hide your light under a bushel. Let your love for others, your thirst for justice be visible in your day-to-day conversations and activities. Martin Niemöller was one of those Lutheran pastors who remained silent before and during the Third Reich. After the war, he expressed his own guilt and complicity, which included this famous quote, which I am adapting to reflect today's Florida. "First, they came for the blacks and Latins, and I did not speak out because I was not black or Latin. Then they came for the transgender youth, and I did not speak out because I was not a transgender youth. Then they came for the drag queens, and I did not speak out because I was not a drag queen. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Let us be among those who speak up for these groups. Let us become knowledgeable on how this American culture has not lived up to its promise, and be among those who act in bringing it to fruition of all it promises to be. Blessed be. We will sing hymn number 113, Where is Our Holy Church? And we will sing all 5 verses. It's a short hymn, I promise. Please rise in body or spirit. Please be seated. This chalice flame was created as a symbol of hope in dangerous times. We release this flame so we may be the symbol of liberating hope in these dangerous times. Hymn number 6, Just as Long as I Have Breath. Please rise in body or spirit. Go and live your faith boldly. Let your light shine brightly. Seek zealously for the universal love that will not let us go. Peace.